Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful lesson that is just before you on this board. This is a nice question under physics. So if you are new to this platform, don't forget to like. I'm your tutor for mathematics and science. Science meaning physics and chemistry. So this is a wonderful question that we have here. We want to see how we can answer this interesting question. You can see the title there, Uniform Accelerated Linear Motion. So before I even start answering this particular question, there is something that you need to know and understand. If a body moves at uniform acceleration, what you need to understand is that the acceleration is constant, and there are three important equations that you need to know and understand. So these are called three equations of motion. You need to make sure that you know them and understand them. So I'm here to make physics very simple so that you understand every concept that is used. So now, there are three equations of motion. So I'm going to write here three equations of motion that every student should know. So there are three equations of motion that you need to know and understand. The first one, you say v squared is equal to u squared plus 2ax. This is the first equation that you need to know and understand. So these equations should be mastered, should be known. Every student of physics should know these three equations. You cannot call yourself a student of physics if you don't know this. So if it is your first time encountering these three equations, this is your lucky day, but you need to make sure that you understand these three equations. The v there, this is the final velocity. This is the initial velocity. The a there, that is your acceleration. The x there, that is distance. The other equation is this one. Distance is equal to ut plus half at squared. So you can use this formula to calculate distance. X here is distance. Have you seen? This is distance. This is your initial velocity. This is time. The a there, this is acceleration. Then we've got the t there, t squared, this is time. So you are able to calculate distance when you are given initial velocity, time, acceleration, you are able to calculate. The other one is this one, which is velocity is equal to initial plus at. These are the three equations of motion that every student is supposed to know. These ones you need to know. Even as you get to advance in your academic journey, you need to understand these three. So even before I move forward, if there is one that wants to join my online lessons, I'm here to help you. I get to teach mathematics and science on a daily basis. Maths we start at 20 hours, science we start at 21 hours every day. These are live sessions where you are able to participate. I'm doing everything possible to help you get a distinction. It's only 100 kwacha. So this is what I'm here to do. Straight away we go to the questions that are given. Make sure that you understand these equations. These three are the ones that are going to help us answer these wonderful questions that we have here. The first question is saying a car traveling at 10 meters per second accelerates at 2 meters per second squared. This is acceleration for 3 seconds. What is its final velocity? What is its final velocity? I'm going to say solutions. For you to answer physics, you need to be a person that should be imagining things. So you are able to agree with me that the data that is given, we first get the data that is given. What are we given? A car traveling at 10. So a car is traveling at this. So this is the what? This is the initial velocity. So the u, which is equal to 10 meters per second. You are given that. Accelerates at 2 meters per second squared. Accelerates, meaning this is your acceleration. So acceleration is equal to 2 meters per second squared. For 3 seconds, have you seen 3 seconds? So meaning your time is equal to 3 seconds. This is the data that you are given. What are you taught to find? The final velocity. This is the final velocity that you want to calculate. So this is the first thing that you need to do. You get the information that is given. It is this information that will even help you know the equation that you are going to use on these ones. These 3, I'm still repeating. Make sure that you know them, understand them, master them. If it is possible, write them in your room so that each time you wake up, you get to see them. Because these are 3 important equations of motion. So now, this is linear motion. This is O-level physics. So you need to make sure that you understand this. So now, we want to find the final velocity. We are given this acceleration, we are given acceleration time initial. Have you seen this one here? If you look at this, you want to find the final, you are given the initial, you are given the acceleration is there, you are given the time. So this is the equation that we are going to use. So I'm going to say final velocity is equal to initial plus acceleration times time. Where I'm going to say this is equal to initial, this is 10 plus what is acceleration 2 times what is the time? That is 3. So which means that final velocity is equal to 10 plus 6, which is equal to what? 16 meters per second. This is the what? This is the answer. As simple as this. What has enabled me to answer this question? It is these 3 equations, specifically this one. So all these questions, I'm going to use the equations that are there to answer these questions. These are wonderful questions that are just talking about linear motion. So make sure that you understand this part. Make sure that you know this. I've answered the first part. Let us now go to the next question. We move now to the next question. So we move to the next question. Let me do this. So I love this. Hope people are able to answer questions. So I always tell my students, you should not only know how to answer these questions, but these questions should give you an idea on how to answer another question. So the question 2 is saying, a motorcycle starting from rest acquires a velocity of 10 km per hour in 5 seconds. What is its acceleration? You want to find its what? Acceleration. So we get the data that is given. The data. Data is very important in physics. So you are given time. What is your time? What time are we given? What time are we given? What is the time here? The time is 5 seconds. So I put the 5 there. I'm given this velocity. So my velocity. This is the velocity that I'm given. So this starting from rest. So meaning that there is also initial velocity that you are supposed to know. So this is what? Initial velocity. Initial velocity is what? 0 meter per second. We are told that this thing is starting from rest. So this is what you are supposed to know. We go to final velocity. Final velocity is this one, which is 10 km per hour. Are we supposed to use this? No, you are not supposed to use this. You need to change this to what? Meters per second. You need to change to that. So how then do we change this to that? If you don't know, make sure that you understand this part very well. You understand this. So how do you change this? I'm going to show you the easiest way in which you get to change this one to meter per second. So you are given what? 72 kilometer per, meaning you are dividing. This is just the same. So 72 kilometer per hour is just the same as this. So now you want to express it to what? Meter per second. So what are you going to do? You are going to start with this. You say how many meters makes a kilometer? We've got 1,000 meters. We'll make a what? We'll make 1 kilometer. This is what we know. So which means this kilometer and that kilometer will go. I've remained with what? I've remained with meter that I want. Then I change these hours to seconds. So I'm going to say, how many hours? 1 hour is equivalent to 60 minutes. Have you seen 60 minutes like this? So let me lab this third equation so that you see what is happening. So this is, so meaning this hour and that hour will be cancelled. Then I continue times, I now cancel these minutes. So 1 minute is equivalent to what? 60 seconds, like this. So these minutes and that will be cancelled. This is this one here, this is dimension analysis. So if you don't know how to convert this, stay connected to this channel, to this page. I'm going to help you out to handle these questions. So now, have you seen, I've just remained with the meter and second there. So if I multiply on top there, I'm going to have 72 multiplied by 1,000. This is 72,000. This is what I'm going to have. Then I divide by 1 times 60 times 60. I'm going to have 3,600. The answer will be what? 20. So what I'm going to have on top there are meters. Down here it's seconds. So I'm going to have meter per second, 20 meter per second. In other words, this one, 72 kilometer per hour, is just the same as, this is just the same as what? 20 meter per second. This is the information that you are given. So now, hope you've understood this. If you haven't understood this, just stay connected. I'm your tutor. As long as you get to see each video that I get to upload, every live session that I get to do. Don't forget, I'm always live on Facebook. Addison J Zulu Tutor, that's my Facebook page. I'm live every day, 05, discussing mathematics, chemistry, and physics every day. So don't forget to be part and parcel of this program that I've introduced. I'm calling it School at 5. But if you want tuitions, that is an added advantage to you. So I'm going to give you the number to call. So the number to call, this is my number, 0971 066747. This is the number to call. We are going to help you with tuitions. We are going to make sure that you get a distinction that you want. So what we are going to do now, we want to answer this question. What is its acceleration? We want to find the what? The acceleration. How then do we get to find the acceleration? You are given this, you are given that, you are given that. So acceleration, we know that acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial. Over what? Over time. Are you given the final velocity? This one is the final velocity. Are you given the initial? Yes, the initial is 0. Are you given the time? Yes, the time is 5 seconds. So this is what you're supposed to do. You substitute now. This is equal to final. This is 20 minus 0 over time, that is 5. Meaning that your acceleration will be 20 over 5, which will be what? 4 meter per second squared. You are done. As simple as this. So the key point was this one. You need to change 72 kilometer per hour. You change it to meter per second. Why are we changing it to meter per second? What is the SI unit for distance? Meters. What is the SI unit for time? Seconds. So this is the reason why we are converting. That's why if you are given a question where you are given 200 grams, for you to calculate that question in physics should be changed to what? Kilogram, which is kg. We always put the units in their specific SI units. This is what you are supposed to do. So now, I move to the last question. How far does it travel during this time? How far? So we want to find the distance now. I told you that if you want to find the distance, this is the right formula you need to look for. Which is what? X is the distance, is equal to UT plus half AT squared. Like this. Do you have initial? Yes, initial is what? So distance is equal to initial. What is your initial? What is my initial? It's right here. Hope you are able to see. 0 times what? Time. Time is what? 5. You put your 5 here like this. Plus half. What is your acceleration? Acceleration. Oh, my acceleration is here. So meaning this question is interrelated. You fail this, you also fail that one. So 4. What is your time? What is your time? My time, 5 seconds. So 5 what? Squared. Where I'm going to say now, the x is the distance. This is the 0. I forget about this. This is a 0. So I just concentrate on this. Half multiplied by 4 times 25. What is my answer? What answer am I getting? So you know that half of this 4, half of 4, that is 2. 2 times 25, you get 50 meters. So that is the distance. 50 what? 50 meters. This is what you are supposed to do and understand. Once you get this, this question becomes very simple. These are some of the things that you are supposed to know and understand as a student. So we are going to end here. This is where we are going to end from. Let's make sure that we get this. Let's make sure that we understand this way of answering questions. Thank you so much. This is my number. So maybe there is an international student that wants to start lessons with me. This is the number, +2609710666747. You WhatsApp me. Make sure that you get to WhatsApp me. I'm your friend and your brother, Addison J. Zulu Tutor. Thank you so much.